What if I told you that every decision someone makes around you can be quietly guided by you? Not through force, not through begging, through psychology. The world's most powerful people, politicians, cult leaders, top salespeople, they all share one thing. They understand how the human mind actually works. Not how we think it works, how it actually works. Today, I'm going to give you 5 psychological tools that will change how you see every interaction you've ever had. Warning: once you learn these, you'll start seeing them everywhere. In your relationships, in advertising, in politics, in people you trusted. This is for education. Use it to protect yourself. Use it to understand people, not to harm them. Let's go. Trick number 5. The reverse trap. Here's something your brain does that you've probably never noticed. The moment someone tells you not to do something, part of your brain immediately wants to do exactly that. Psychologists call this reactance theory, discovered by Jack Brame in 1966. When your sense of freedom feels threatened, your brain pushes back hard. This is why forbidden content always gets more clicks. Why telling a child, "Don't open that drawer," guarantees they open it the moment you leave. But here's the dark application most people never think about. You can use this to move people without ever asking them directly. Instead of saying, "Can you help me with this?" you say, "This is probably too complicated, don't worry about it." Their ego activates. Their brain hears a challenge, and suddenly they want to prove you wrong. You said, "Don't." They heard, "Watch me." That's not manipulation. That's understanding how human ego actually operates. The difference between someone who knows this and someone who doesn't? One of them always seems to get what they want, effortlessly. Trick number 4. The illusion of choice. People believe they make free decisions. They don't. They choose from the options placed in front of them. The real power was never in the choosing. It was in the designing of the choices. Behavioral economist Dan Ariely proved this in study after study. When you control the options, you control the outcome, every time. Here's how it works in real life. Instead of asking, "Do you want to come out?" you ask, "Should we go to that new place downtown or just grab coffee near here?" Notice what happened. You didn't ask if, you asked which. Their brain is now operating inside a frame you built. They feel like they're deciding. But you already decided the destination before they opened their mouth. This is exactly what every major brand does to you. Would you like the small or the large? Not, would you like one at all? Once you see the frame, you can never unsee it. And more importantly, when someone tries to frame your choices, you'll catch it. You'll step outside their frame and actually decide for yourself. That awareness alone is worth everything. Trick number 3. The guilt mirror. Guilt is not weakness. Guilt is one of the most powerful forces in human psychology. Here's why. People can resist pressure. They can resist logic, but they almost cannot resist guilt, because guilt comes from inside them. It feels like their own conscience speaking, and that's what makes it so effective, and so dangerous. The technique is this. Instead of confronting someone directly, you hold up a mirror. Not, "You never make time for me," but, "I understand. If I mattered more, you'd probably find the time." The difference is enormous. The first statement attacks. The second statement reflects. And when people see themselves reflected, they react to what they see. Their own guilt does your work for you. Now here's the part the original version of this concept misses, and this is important. There's a line between using this to communicate your genuine feelings and using it to manipulate someone into feeling responsible for your emotional state. The first is healthy communication. The second is emotional abuse. Recognize which side you're on, and recognize when someone is doing this to you. Because if someone constantly makes you feel guilty without ever saying anything direct, that's not vulnerability. That's a trap. Trick number 2. The emotional hijack. Neuroscience has confirmed something uncomfortable. Humans make most major decisions emotionally first, and use logic to justify those decisions afterward. Antonio Damasio, a neuroscientist at USC, studied patients with damage to the emotional centers of their brains. These people had perfect logic, perfect reasoning ability. They couldn't make a single decision. Without emotion, the brain has no basis to choose. Logic alone is paralyzed. This means that whoever controls your emotional state in a moment controls your decision in that moment. Politicians know this. They don't present policy. They make you feel threatened, or proud, or angry, and the decision follows the emotion automatically. This is why the most persuasive people in any room are never the ones with the best arguments. They're the ones who make you feel something first. Here's how to protect yourself. When you're about to make a decision and you feel a strong emotion, stop. Name the emotion. I'm feeling fear right now. I'm feeling guilt. Naming it creates distance between the feeling and the decision. That gap is where your actual free will lives. Trick number 1, the power of silence. This is the most underestimated weapon in human psychology, and almost nobody uses it correctly. Think about the most powerful person you've ever been in a room with. Did they talk the most? Or did they say the least and make every word count? When you stay silent, something happens to the other person's brain that you cannot force with any words. Their mind fills the silence with assumptions, with fears, with confessions they were trying to hold back. Interrogators know this. Therapists know this. The best negotiators in the world know this. Silence creates psychological pressure without confrontation. Here's the application. Someone says something that deserves a response. Instead of responding immediately, pause. Hold eye contact. Let the silence sit for 3 full seconds. Watch what happens. Most people cannot tolerate 3 seconds of silence after saying something. They start filling it, walking back what they said, over-explaining, revealing things they didn't mean to reveal. And here's the deepest truth about silence that nobody talks about. The moment you feel the need to explain yourself to someone, they already have power over you. Real confidence doesn't justify itself. It simply exists. The quietest person in the room is often the one running it.